Toyota hit it out of the park with the 2023 RAV4, winning the hearts of fans across the globe. But in this video, we'll look at how the Japanese car giant has managed to improve upon the already great SUV with the new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Starting off with the performance. In terms of performance, the new RAV4 will stay the same as the previous lineup. For instance, the new lineup will hopefully feature gasoline-only RAV4 models run by 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder engine, producing 203 horsepower and 184 pound-foot of torque, while the hybrid trims are going to be even better as they'll feature a 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder engine paired with 2 electric motors generating 219 horsepower and 163 pound-foot of torque. Not just that. Just like the 2023 lineup, the 2024 RAV4 should also feature an 8-speed automatic transmission paired with both standard front-wheel drive as well as the optional all-wheel drive system. The engine will stay the same for all the trim levels. And yes, the trim levels may stay the same as before, meaning the lineup will include trim levels LE, XLE, XLE Premium, Adventure, TRD Off-Road, and Limited. But since Toyota hasn't revealed the information about how many trim levels the 2024 lineup will have, we'll have to wait for the official news to come out. However, that shouldn't be an issue. While we're on the topic, let us tell you about the expected acceleration as well. I believe it wouldn't disappoint this time either. If you want to talk about the RAV4 Limited, it'll take about 8.0 seconds, while the RAV4 TRD Off-Road will take about 8.5 seconds to go from 0 to 60. That's a reasonable acceleration, we'd say, but probably not for all those speed lovers. However, for the hybrid models like the XLE and the XSE, the acceleration is much better as they accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.0 and 7.5 seconds respectively. For now, this is all we know about the performance and the engine of this upcoming lineup. But worry not, because we'll definitely keep you updated. And for now, let's move on to other important things that you should know about the 2024 RAV4. The interior is getting updated and will be better than before. One thing that we absolutely love about the RAV4 is how the company focused on the details when designing the interior of any car. The control layout is amazing. It's large, the labeling is super easy to read, and the proper spacing makes it super easy to use for the driver. Not just that, the climate system controls, as well as the audio system, have their own specific space. That's something you definitely like, because it makes these controls more accessible and easy to use when driving. However, for the RAV4 lineup, Toyota lacks in one thing when it comes to the interior. It looks like the RAV4 doesn't offer a proper view to all the passengers. From what we see, it could have been much better if the front passenger seat wasn't too high or was at least adjustable. The adjustable front passenger seats are only available in only the RAV4 Limited trim level in the entire lineup. This is bad because this should have been standard. While that's a drawback, there's some good stuff going on as well. The steering wheel and the driver's seat are adjustable according to your needs. And yes, this feature comes standard in all the trims. With good adjustability, the driver also gets the perfect onboard view. Now, if we talk about the space, it's quite spacious for a mid-size SUV in the same class. So the front seats have a headroom of 37.7 inches and 41 inches of legroom, while the rear seat passengers enjoy more headroom of about 39.5 inches, but the legroom is a little less compared to the front seats. The rear passengers only get 37.8 inches of legroom. But hear me out, even that's enough, regardless of your height. That's the interior space covered. But what about the cargo? After all, we all need to put those bags somewhere, right? Toyota made sure that everyone buying the RAV4 doesn't have to worry about cargo space. The previous model had enough space, and nothing changed this time either. Just like the 2023 model, the new lineup features 37.5 cubic feet of cargo space. And if you fold the rear seats, it can be increased up to 69.8 cubic feet. Compared to that, the 2024 Honda CR-V boasts about 39.3 cubic feet of cargo space. The RAV4 is just a little behind, but honestly, it's not bad. Apart from this, the cabin features several bins and shelves that can handle a lot of your stuff. Now, if we talk about the detailing, it's actually on point. Invisible seams and good quality layered materials are there to serve luxury and comfort. The rubberized grip surfaces on the interior door pull, and the climate and radio knobs give the cabin a clean look. Not just that, the optional synthetic leather upholstery feels pliable and comfy, while the stitching is super seamless and of premium quality. All in all, it's safe to say that the new RAV4 is definitely a good choice for people looking to have a comfortable and spacious cabin. Next up, let's talk about tech. First of all, the interface is a mix of touchscreen and fixed buttons. The standard 8.0-inch display features wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. For the upper trim levels, you can also get the bigger 10.5-inch touchscreen. We love how functional and easy to use the new infotainment system is. I mean, you won't have to consult the owner's manual again and again to understand how it works. Apart from that, the new RAV4 also features over-the-air update capability and voice controls for the infotainment system. Interesting, right? But that's not all. Toyota has upgraded the new RAV4 in terms of tech very nicely. The hybrid models come with dual mobile phone, Bluetooth connectivity, and cloud-based navigation with Google's points of interest data. Featuring a standard 7.0-inch instrument cluster, I believe it's a great choice for anyone who's tired of those super hard-to-understand clusters. However, for the upper-level trims, you can also enjoy a massive 12.3-inch screen. So yes, the new RAV4 is amazing in terms of tech, featuring adaptive cruise control, pre-collision assist with pedestrian detection, and rear parking assist with automatic braking. With that, we're definitely expecting to see features like blind spot monitoring and lane departure alert, and a 360-degree camera system in all the trim levels. How cool is that? At least you won't have to worry about your safety. Next, let's talk about the expected prices and the fuel economy it has to offer. Since Toyota hasn't revealed the official price range for the 2024 RAV4 lineup, but we do have an idea about the expected price range. The previous lineup with 13 trims has a starting price of around $30,000, and it goes as high as $40,500. Given that, the new lineup's base trims should have a starting price of around $32,000. But with the rising prices of literally everything, it's likely that the upper-level trims will become a little expensive, but hopefully not entirely out of reach. As of now, the estimated EPA for the new RAV4 non-hybrid models is 28 to 30 miles per gallon in city and highway driving respectively, but obviously it'll differ according to the trim level. However, if we talk about the hybrid models, those should save you some extra money on fuel. The expected estimated EPA for the 2024 RAV4 hybrid models is 41 miles per gallon in the city and around 38 miles per gallon on the highway, making a combined 40 miles per gallon, which is pretty reasonable for a midsize SUV. A reasonable price range and a good EPA ranking collectively make this entire lineup a good choice for people who don't want to spend too much money, but also wish to enjoy luxury at its best. So it's safe to say that the hype is real. Getting a vehicle as good as the new RAV4 in that budget is one hell of a deal. But while we're at it, why don't you check our video about the best SUVs under $30K in 2024?